morning. I've gotten up with the sunrise, had a cup of coffee. Now I'm making my way to a couple of Wats. Wat Arun, I believe is how you pronounce the first one. And after that, I'm going to make my way to Wat Arun on the west side of the Chao Phraya River. All right, here it is. Seems I've shown up in the middle of a wedding, and I am not dressed the part. Well, that was Wat number 1, now on to Wat number 2. That is Wat Pho. It is one of the largest temple complexes in the city. Here you'll find the reclining Buddha and one of the best Thai massage schools in the city. I'm walking past it because I'm on my way to Wat Arun. These temples open at 8 a.m. I'm hoping to get to Wat Arun to be the first there. And this one's actually open. It is 7:23. I am definitely the only foreigner inside the temple. I was directed this way by a guard. There was no one there to collect my money, and I don't know if I should be in here since I'm wearing shorts. So I'm trying to be as quiet and respectful as possible and take as many videos of cats as I can. Hello. I'm going to try to get a shot of the reclining Buddha and skedaddle as quietly and peacefully as I can. This complex truly is massive. I keep following the signs for a reclining Buddha, and he has to be over this way. I have found him. The reclining Buddha. Here we go. Not so fast. A nice security guard told me I couldn't go until 8:30, so I'll cross the river. Now, I would never endorse trespassing. However, I made a show of trying to buy a ticket, but there was no one there. It wasn't open yet. So I walked around quietly and respectfully, took tons of pictures and video, and I got to see Wat Pho all to myself at 7:30 in the morning. You never know. This is why I love to get up early. My next stop is Wat Arun, which requires a ferry across the Chao Phraya River, and the fare, reasonable 4 baht. This ferry seems completely safe. I am not at all worried. At all. Totally not worried. Sounds totally safe. I'm now at Wat Arun, which is the Temple of Dawn. The most notable structure is the 250-foot spire looming over my head here. There's been a temple here at this site since about the 13 to 1600s. I don't know if I'm going to be templed out by the end of the day, but I might be templed out by the end of the week. I'm not sure if Aaron will be down for climbing a mountain to see another temple by the time we get to Chiang Mai. didn't realize how lucky I was to have this place all to myself until I came back around 9 o'clock. It is packed. There are people everywhere. Tour groups, kids, people with anime stuffed animals taking selfies. It's just a mass of humanity. And it's a pretty popular tourist attraction, so you should expect some of that, especially if you get here a little later. But if you get up early enough and you're intrepid enough, you might have it all to yourself. It is beautiful, even with all the tourists. If that was all I got accomplished in my day, I'd be pretty happy. But the rest of my day has me having lunch somewhere close by. After lunch, I plan to make it to Sukhumvit, which is the more developed part of town. The cats here are all pretty well fed. You don't have to look too far before you'll see a bowl of food left out for them. I think that is where that one lives. They all seem to be adopted by someone in the neighborhood. I have to admit that coming to Asia was quite intimidating at first. But once I got here, I realized it's just like everywhere else. The street signs have at least words I can read. I can't pronounce them, but they're there. So I don't have to worry about reading the Thai script. Google Maps has been a lifesaver. Google Maps works here. My data plan has worked here. I have an Android phone on the Google Fi network, which has worked flawlessly. The data is the same price as it is back home. For me, it's $10 a gigabyte. I don't think I've used more than a quarter of a gigabyte here. And that's been in, I think, 3 days. The voice calling would be about 20 cents a minute, so I'm not doing any voice calling. So, other than that, everything seems to be pretty much like it is back home. Except the food, the people. People are incredibly nice. Super helpful people. I've only had to use Google Translate twice. Once was with my motorcycle taxi driver, and the other was at a restaurant. And before I could even get it out, there was somebody that was helpful right there, some little old lady that helped me figure out what I wanted to order. But all in all, this has been a fantastic trip. So tomorrow I head to Chiang Mai, but today, lunch. So I don't have my camera out and I'm not prepared to be taking a video right now, but I have to say this is probably the nicest subway I've ever been in. This is something else. With advertising like that, how could I resist, right? That was biryani, and it was fantastic. It was the best masaman curry I've ever had. The only masaman curry I've had in Thailand, but still, it was fantastic. Time for dessert. The cake was actually $2.50. The masaman curry with lemongrass juice was $2.25. So all told, what is that, 500 baht? So probably a little bit more expensive than my normal day, but this is a nicer part of town. I'm off of Sukhumvit. That was an actual gourmet meal and a gourmet dessert, so live like a king here. You never know what you're gonna find until you start wandering around. This entire street is nothing but woodworking shops. So if you need a shelf, here you go. To get to Sukhumvit, I'd taken the subway. For the way back, I decided to take a form of transport more popular with the locals, a canal boat. Klong San Sep is a 72-kilometer or 45-mile-long canal that connects the Chao Phraya River with 20 other districts to the east with 27 stops. Boats come from either direction on the same pier, so make sure you hop on the one going your way. The Phan Pha Bridge stop was only a 10-minute walk from my hostel, making it even more convenient than the subway. The fare collectors come to you, and depending on how far you go, it could be 10 to 20 baht. My fare was only 10 baht, which is less than half of what I paid to take the subway. I wasn't quite sure exactly how we were going to beat the subway, but these ferries haul. Much has been done in the last 2 decades to clean up the Chao Phraya River, but canals like this have yet to receive the cleanup they desperately need. I was there on a good day, so the odor wasn't strong, but on some days, I'm told the smell of sewage and pollution is overpowering.
You may notice the plastic sheets on pulleys at the edge of the boat. When at speed, people pull the ropes to lift these sheets as protection. It really wasn't that bad though. It might get old as a daily commute, but I enjoyed it. The ferries themselves were impressive. Loud diesel motors pushed dozens of people down the canal at a pretty decent clip.
I'm 100% certain that it's safe and there's nothing to worry about.
Google Maps alerted me to one boat change, so I followed the crowd. Luckily, there was only one other boat on the pier, so it wasn't a big deal. The best part of this ferry was obviously the view. It's not a Golden Beach sunset, but it is a unique look into the vibrant local life of Krung Thep, one that most tourists never get to see.
All right, guys, that's it for today. I'm heading back to the room. Who wouldn't prefer that to the subway, right? Tomorrow I meet Aaron at the airport in Bangkok. We're heading to Chiang Mai, and I will see you tomorrow. Hopefully with a fresh set of clothes and a nice shower. It's warm. Anyone can tell me what this is supposed to be? Please tell me. Where you pay your parking tickets? I don't know. Perfectly safe, nothing to worry about. Totally fine. So I've already ended the vlog. Big thing that I could climb or sleep. Yeah, sleep.